two forms of the way that we load our drive leg. All right. So just to give you the context, and you'll see this in the report, the drive leg mechanics, the responsibility is to absorb, produce, and store energy. All right. We're absorbing energy as we descend from leg lift. That's energy to be had. You have a really good descending move here as your hand separates, your lead leg goes into full knee extension, and the heel point at, like, this is great, right? Like, I love where we're at with this. All right. So now the goal is every pitcher kind of varies in terms of what establishes their direction. I look at like 80% of the time, it's typically the drive leg is what establishes the direction. Now, like I said earlier, the two forms of the loading phase of the drive leg: quad dominant, hip hinge. All right. Hip hinge is going to obviously be more linear. Quad dominant is going to be more this way. Now, I'm not in the space of thinking that quad dominant is like terrible, and maybe I'm biased to that, but I've seen a lot of quad dominant individuals still produce a lot of velocity. There's going to be a video in the report I would encourage you to look at as well. It's going to be, movement compensations due to a quad dominant load. So this is exactly what's kind of happening to you, in my opinion. Everything here is solid. Now, if we basically just got your right butt cheek to like continue to go on this line here at this gym, we'd be cooking with some gas. All right. Instead, our knee, you can see, kind of folds this way. This is the quad dominant. All right. So your knee folds this way. And now what's going to happen is it's going to then compensate your segmentation. Your segmentation is basically the timing of when your lower half rotates and the timing of your upper half when it rotates. That's how we create authentic hip shoulder separation. All right. Now, for guys like you and me who are quad dominant, our hip rotation actually needs to occur a little bit earlier in the drive phase. So then we can position our hips accordingly at anchor point. And anchor point is when you get full front foot strike and your front leg takes on load. The reason why we need to go earlier is because we're not linear to home plate. Obviously, our knee goes this way. So for us to get more for us to accomplish separation and creating rotational energy, we need to initiate earlier. Now, I would say the timing for you is good, but what happens now is when you land, you're not cleared, right? So you're not clearing your hips when you land. So you put your lead leg in a really tough position to absorb and to block energy to send up the chain. You can also see how your head's already starting to pull due to this misdirection, right? So quad dominant, if we're not careful, has an ability to kind of misdirect where we're expending energy. So what's going to happen as a compensation of you going kind of this side, right? So that would be what, third base side. Your head's going to want to pull back first base side, right? So you're loading and you're going quad dominant, and now your head's like, well, wait, our target's this way. So then it's a big pull. And if you think of it like we're a snake, wherever the head goes, the body's going to follow. Right. So you're establishing direction with your drive leg, and then your head's like, wait a second, we want to go this way where the catcher is. And then it has to aggressively pull, which is going to then take all your separation, and it's going to limit that. Right. So you can see how your shoulders is kind of moving together now with your rear hip before you fully anchor down into the ground. All right. And then you pull, and then that's just going to leave a lot of inconsistencies here at ball release because we're so much aggressive with pulling this way. Whereas we want to expend our energy, towards home plate, towards the desired target, instead of over aggressively rotating, our glove side. All right. So now when we come down and you get pull. So now our front foot hits the ground, right? So what not clearing your hips means is now after anchoring down to the ground with your foot, your knee has to bow out to clear after anchoring, right? Which is going to affect our block. It's going to affect the timing in which the energy gets sent up the kinetic chain. And that's not what we want to do. We want to clear our hips. And maybe you're right. Maybe it's a hip mobility thing. You'll see stuff on that in the report as well. We want to clear our hips and then anchor down, and then have energy sent back up, right? That's that effortless cheddar. So this is a good video of Dylan C's to showcase this, right? Leg lift, descending, right? He's going to be a lot more linear with his direction in his drive leg mechanics. So you can just see his knee positioning. But now as he anchors down, watch the front foot open, watch the front knee open, boom, he anchors down. Everything's linear, right? So now this is that segmentation I was talking about. Hips are well into rotation. Upper half is neutral. This is creating authentic stretch, separation, right? Creating rotational energy. And then the release of that rotational energy is to the desired target. So now instead of the knee bowing out after anchoring down, it's going to then go into extension as the energy gets sent up and has available for the arm to come through. You mentioned layback on your PDF. Layback isn't created from the arm alone, right? It's the same thing as saying like arm speed. All right. So arm speed is not generated by the arm alone. Arm speed is the generation of utilizing all of this rotational energy, all this directional energy, all the ground force energy in the delivery to then have your arm in the right position to accept all that energy. Now for you, like I said, you're leaving a lot of rotational energy on the table because of this aggressive pull. This aggressive pull is taking your trunk into rotation prematurely. So we want to avoid that. And the way I see to avoid that is to let's get a lot better within our drive leg mechanics, our loading phase, right? And so if we get better within the drive leg mechanics, we can get a little bit more linear. And if we get a little bit more linear, I think you can position yourself a lot better as you anchor down. And I think that's going to have a better effect on your trunk mechanics. All right, dudes, Robby Rowe here. Thank you for watching that video. If you're interested in booking your own mechanical analysis, you can click that link right there. Also tell you a little bit about the service and what it entails. Hit that link right there. Subscribe, please. You can also check out that video right there, which is related to the video that you just watched if you want to get some more context on that. All right, guys. Much love. God bless. Till next time. See ya.
Strike three! You're out!